people are so used to it that it looks normal. Today it's sometimes used for aesthetic reasons, while it was invented for technical limitations. As it's built from 7 straight lines that can even be of equal length, it's suitable for even the most rudimentary device. But in most cases, the segments could have a shape and thus be designed. For example, by chopping the corners. And often the divisions are not symmetrical to optimize the look of numbers, which gets more important when increasing the segment's thickness. Very thick segments we find mostly on reflective LCDs, like watches. A third common tweak is rounding the corners, which makes it look less 80s. A problem with thicker segments is that the gap between vertical lines increases. You could of course close the gap, but at the cost of the look of other numbers. Closing the gap is usually done on both sides. However, this by far is the most common design. Shearing the font, making it italic, is also almost always done. And in many designs, the top half is a bit shorter. The space between the segments is a technical limitation and of big influence on the final look. But designing doesn't stop here. In this design, I moved the left 2 cuts away from the corners. And I also rounded the inside. I named this design Sports. Now, most segmented designs are meant to be seen on a tiny display, like this watch. Viewing this on a big screen might be a bit bewildering. However, I do encourage you to watch this on a big screen instead of your phone. But it might help to show a real-world simulation. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this design. Let's do some more. This is a 9-segment version of what I call Sports Black. By adding 2 middle segments, there is no gap in the vertical lines. A 9-segment double square is rare, but exists. I've named this design Seamless. By aligning slices in the verticals to the middle segment, all numbers become seamless, except the 2. So for a timepiece it would not be suitable, since the 2 is in 6 hours of a 24-hour clock. But for a calculator, I think it would be quite cool. On a double square 7-segment display, you cannot see if the 2 and 5 are upside down. And even with normal text, the same counts for the 6 and 9. For certain appliances, this is a problem. Even with this design, you have to know the font to see it's upside down. The best solution is to just add a line. I call this one Double Bubble. Instead of a double square, it's a double circle. In this case, I think it's cool to display the 0 like this. Nice, but perhaps not on a G-Shock. In my puberty, around 1996, I thought I had a breakthrough by using 2 more diagonal segments to improve the numbers. I even made a mock-up watch where I used this 9-segment design. But what do you know? A patent filed in 1908 by Frank W. Wood already had a similar diagonal segment. And by now it even has a Wikipedia page. Adding these 2 segments is also not without compromise. But for thinner, backlit displays, it might have been a nice upgrade. This is a fake matrix display, sometimes seen on watches or old stereo sets. On an LCD, a segment can be easily divided without extra costs. Here you see color-coded the actual 7 segments. A real 5x7 matrix can display numbers much more accurate. But this is actually an 18-segment fake matrix. Before we continue, here's a little intermezzo with other creative designs that I found on the internet. Let's talk about alternatives to the double square. This remarkable design was found on early sharp calculators. It looks a lot like handwriting, but the 0 is half the height. It has 9 segments, but it also has an 8-segment and 7-segment version, in which case the 2 vertical lines are a single segment. It was used on a fluorescent display. For a reflective LCD, the font is too thin, but a bold version actually works quite well. It's a nice experiment to try and come up with an alternative to the double square. I kept ending up with something worse while seeing the double square reappear as I tried to improve it. It feels like a mathematical law. However, I came up with this 6-segment design that I call X. The 1, 4, and 0 are compromised. But other numbers look better, I think. And a nice extra is that it can show an X and Y. This is a 7-segment version. By adding an extra middle segment, all numbers are now seamless. This alternative X design allows an extra segment on the right for a better 1. By adding an 8th segment on the left, you can also improve the 0 and actually display the entire alphabet. And of course, this concept also already existed somewhere in the 70s. This design with 6 segments I named Freeform. First I didn't realize, but it's again based on the X concept. Seeing it big like this, it looks quite cool. But how would it look in the real world? Well, what do you think? It doesn't fit the watch design. The double square might have had quite an impact on the edgy designs of the 80s. And by the way, it turns out again someone beat me to it, including various other creative designs. Displaying the 10 digits with less than 6 segments is near impossible. It can be done, but the readability suffers greatly, so it cannot really be done. At this point, you might as well use entirely different shapes with a label on how to read it. But using more segments is of course always an option. Take for example my no-compromise 35-segment design, reminiscent of the complex segmented displays that were on certain trains and metros in Europe. This 13-segment display I call XO. It's meant as alternative to the 14-segment double square that cannot be bold, which makes it unsuitable for reflective LCDs. But XO is designed bold, and all letters and numbers are practically seamless. However, again, not exactly without compromises. It only works well if the segment separation can be very tight. This lighter 15-segment version allows more flexibility for certain letters and symbols. I think this could have looked cool on a car radio in the 90s. What do you prefer for text? The 14-segment double square, my 13-segment XO, or a 15-segment 3x5 matrix? It has by far the most possibilities, but for some reason I don't know any device that used the 3x5 matrix. But let's not get into matrix displays now. Perhaps next time. Because the next video is probably about this rare unicorn of a stereo set from the late 90s, which happens to have a matrix display. I end this video with the mild disappointment that I could not come up with anything better than the double square. In the description is a link to all my designs. And a link to my new album, Segmented Segments. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon on this channel about everything and nothing.
Hi everybody. That channel is called Posy, P-O-S-Y. So you can find it on YouTube. We actually watched another one of his videos last stream. That one was, I believe, about fonts, I want to say? No, it wasn't fonts. It was something else. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was another good video. Another one knocking it out of the park. Thanks so much. Today, cursors. That's right. Pay creeps. Thank you. Cursors. Today, we're playing a little game called the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, the Stanley Parable, for those who don't know, started out as a source mod back in, I want to say 2009. It was either 2009 or 2011. Everything happened in those 2 years. And I remember playing it back when it was a source mod. Way back when. I remember watching the fucking YouTubers play it. They had the same voice actor for the sort of background narrator guy that they did then. It was very cool then. And then I remember when the Stanley Parable came out in 2015? It was, in the latter half of last decade. And I remember it being really cool then too. and now it's here again in 2010 or in 2022. What year is it? 2013? Really? It came out in 2013. That's crazy. Huh. So 10 year anniversary, just about. 9-year anniversary. That's kind of like 10. I've always said this, 9 is approximately 10. So, didn't miss it by too much. Anyhow, yeah, today we're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. For those who don't know, my name is Chase. I don't know why you wouldn't know, but my name is Chase. I'm Clown Depot. And yeah, we're going to have fun. If you look at the top left of your screen, you'll see 2 incentives today. I just, as always, is my job. If you want to help support me and help support these streams, you press the exclamation point donate button, or well, it's not a button. Just type exclamation point donate into chat, and then our local bot clown will give you a link in order to do it. Debit card, fucking credit card, and fucking PayPal, cashier's check. You can just mail me money if you want. I don't know if that's legal. You probably shouldn't do that. But you could, theoretically, just mail me money. I think somebody has in the past, but I digress. Yeah, that's it. Is your name Jim? I'm assuming is your name Jim? No. No, my name is not Jim. Sorry. In another life, perhaps, but not this one. Okay, let's boot the game up, huh? Let's give it a second. Hang on. It should capture in a second. It should. They should put the Stanley Parable in Unreal Engine. This game was developed by Crow's. There it is. Written by Davey Warden, also known from his work on... why'd they make it look grimy? That's not just me. Yeah, that's grime. That's digital grime that they put on purpose. He worked on The Beginner's Guide. That's what it was. That game pissed me off. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes, I have. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I'm not going to do that because I like my games bright. I'm sorry for not doing as you intended me to. Please enter the current time. It's currently 6:54 p.m. Well, you know, actually, it'll be faster if I go backwards this way. Okay. 6:54. Hang on, I'm gonna wait until it rolls over to 6:55. Fuck, I was gonna go click on it to see the seconds, but but then it immediately rolled over. Accessibility settings can now be accessed from the main menu. Let's go! We unlocked accessibility settings, guys. I should be able to... First criticism, I should be able to click on this computer and be able to click these settings. This is cool, because I can see this on my computer, and you can see it on your computer. Isn't that fun? It's like two extra layers. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and take the main volume down. Actually, you know what? I'll take the sound effects down, because the narrator should still be fucking loud. Dude. The Bossa Nova. That looks good. Okay. I think we can begin. Phone computer. A phone is a computer. It computes. This is a story.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It is. It is a story.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
True.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
And he was so good at it.
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
He was.
And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
No way.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'm Stanley. Guys, I'm Stanley. Hang on. Settings? Epic video game general audio video? Give me high gaming. Fucking take down the anti-aliasing. I don't need that. There. That's a little better. It's a little bit less shitty. Everybody, welcome to the Stanley Parable. I press the space button, get an achievement. Fucking scam. No, there it is. I got it. Don't worry, everybody.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You got
No matter how hard
turn
Stanley
off the computers.
Looked, he couldn't find a trace of
Save
his
electricity.
co-workers.
Hang on, wait. Let me see if I remember how to get the funny... Hang on. There's some funny shit that you can do. Hang on. I know for a fact there's funny shit. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 hang, wait, oh, oh. No, I'm not going for this ending. Let's do a follow let's do a buy the books Stanley Parable ending. All right, 420. Got to turn those off. Got to turn off the computers. It's only courteous. I played the 2013 version. Yes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
True. True, dude. I super did. Sorry. I got a little excited there. I recognized the number. It's an internet
Yet
thing.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, I guess I gotta go up to my boss's office. There's gotta be something there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I sure did. Are you gonna stick with OG stuff? No, I just want to do the OG ending first, because I don't know, I feel like that's fitting.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Ooh. Shocked, unraveled,
Chianti.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Who
what dark
orchestrated
secret
this?
was being held from him?
What dark secret is
What
being
he could
held
not
from
have
me?
known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
No way.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I wonder what the keypad number is. Or the number of the keypad. I'll just punch in a random number?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
This is
by
insane!
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the hell is going on here? I'm the Stanley Parable. Oh God. Whoa. I thought there was no floor. I couldn't see a floor. I got scared. I ate a half-cooked frozen lean cuisine pizza for dinner, and
Descending deeper
I
into
can
the
feel
building,
it. Hang on, narrator. I can feel it cold in my tummy, and it feels bad and wrong.
Stanley realized
I just wanted to let
he
you guys
felt
know.
a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest,
my
as though
chest.
he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
What the hell's
Why
going
did
on
he
with my
feel
job?
this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
This has never occurred to me
This question
before.
would not go unanswered for long.
No. Fucking, this is not up to
Stanley
OSHA
walked straight
standards.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I sure did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
What terrible
Did he have
secret
the
did this
strength
place
to
hold?
Find out.
I don't know if I have the strength to find out. Gosh, I'm just so perturbed and scared.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
104
bore
got
the
fucking
number
fired.
of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
That's a
reduced
repeat
to
frame
images on a
of
screen.
this one?
And Stanley, one of them,
Wait.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
There's got to be
nothing.
repeat frames, right? 104 was fired. 601 was fired. That's all I see. 104 and 601. That's a repeat frame right there. There's two right there, and then another one right there and there. Call the lift.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
this
Stanley
can't be
really been under
true.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No, it can't be. I'm a free thinker.
No. He refused to believe it.
No.
He couldn't accept it. His
No.
own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
I can't
was it
think
even
it.
possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Perhaps. I just don't know.
But here was the proof. the heart of the operation, controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
By
and
God.
as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
True.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dude, I'm about to fucking set everybody free. Bah. Fuck you. I did it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
I won.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
I did it.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
I don't know.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
True.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Barn.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Where am I, Rome?
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I sure did. Check it out.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
Beautiful.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
I'm in Ireland?
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
True.
And Stanley was happy.
I'm so happy. Guys, I won. I did it. Wow. I beat the game. Oh boy. I'm in Detroit. I love Detroit. My friend lives there. And the end is never the end, bro. You should have seen it coming. All right, we're gonna do funny. We're doing funny.
Co-workers were
Hang on.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Funny ending.
No matter how
Here we
hard
go.
Stanley looked,
Yeah.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley
you.
assumed he'd broken the map,
Nope.
until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Ha.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure
True.
and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Yeah.
So, now that you're here, what do you think?
Pretty cool.
Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay,
Wow.
I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
Maybe.
Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Who's to say?
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it
You're
would
being
be
a real dick
not
right
knowing
now.
what happens when you pick the other option.
being an asshole.
Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Well, I kind of do like this area, you know, and I'm weighing my options here. I'm gonna think about this. I do like this area. It's entirely possible that the other option is going to be good. You know, it's entirely possible. Who's to say for sure? But also, he did just put so much effort into, you know, very specifically and intentionally, you know, making the other options seem tantalizing. I'm sick of this gag. Yes. I don't think it matters now. Oh yeah, I forgot that when you press keys, it like makes a button sound. Listen. When you click. Isn't that fun? Alright. Let's try that one more time. This ending, this is going to be the good ending.
All of his co-workers were
This
gone.
is going to be the fun one.
What could it mean?
Check this out.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Check this
Perhaps
out.
he had
Watch.
simply missed a memo.
There we go.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Nope, I
until
was
he
just
heard
here.
this narration and realized it was part of the game's
This
design
guy
all
doesn't
along.
even know I was
He
just
then praised
here.
the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination
care.
of structural narrative
I don't fucking
tropes.
care.
So, now that you're here,
That's how
what do you
Stanley
think?
speaks?
Isn't this a
Oh,
fun
cool.
and unique place to
I
be?
wish
Why
that
don't we
when I
take a minute
spoke,
just to
it
drink
like
it all
sounded
in?
like.
Okay,
I guess I
I'm
can
over
just
it
make
now.
that noise,
What
huh?
do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes, I'm sick of this gag.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
Uh-huh.
Any of these points and so many, many more, all
Yeah.
of them are appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game.
Okay.
So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Fat chance.
There once was a man named Stanley,
Oh,
who people considered so manly.
true.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons.
Is
he
he
pushed them like some kind of glutton.
is he purposefully
Did it all
lisping
day
his S's?
in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
I think yeah, he
Which
is.
is why
He's doing it on
in this
purpose.
parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
This limerick
And
fucking
if you are
owns.
not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
No way.
You too will become quite unbearable.
I did it. If I'm not wrong, then this song just continues. The fucking guitar, and then I don't think this stop. I believe that's the end. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to a little bit more complex of an ending, huh?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Got to turn the fucking screens
Stanley
off.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sure. Boop. Ooh, I want to go through there. I want to go through there, dude. Awaiting input? You got it, dude. No problem. Input received, bro. Window ending complete.
When Stanley came to a set
Checklist
of two
complete.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Psych!
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Got him.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This fucking jerk doesn't even know that I have free will.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yeah,
It had really
wow.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I do be kind of liking the employee lounge. These couches, these long flat ones with the deep backs, I could fucking lay down and sleep on those easy.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yeah.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yeah.
Really worth it.
Yeah, baby. The fucking the employee lounge ending.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
No, there's no way. Oh, I'm on the cable. Yo, dude, table ending. I'm getting the fucking table ending, guaranteed.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I'm getting the table ending, dude. This is what it's all about. 90% of schmucks who play this game don't get the fucking table ending. All right, let's go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
True.
And took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Where? Oh shit, I mixed up my left
Stanley
and
was
rights
so bad
again.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Who the fuck is leaving cigarette butts around? Seems frightfully rude.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that in...
There's an option for content warnings? General presentation, language, show subtitles, subtitles, content warnings, color labels, translation labels. Enable translated labels on top of in-world text. Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh wait, no, I don't think I need that, right? No, that's fine. Yeah, there we go.
Vesting your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah, but I want it to be about
There's
something
someone
else.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For who?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
No
to
way.
put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
I have a wife.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Come here. My wife. My wife. What? My wife?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yes.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
My-
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go.
My
All right, now.
beautiful,
I want you to come in and
sexual,
tell me all
romantic
about
life
your
partner, let me in. No!
Gotcha.
I'll kill you!
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? Who want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No!
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
My wife.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No way. Good morning. Press the... Oh,
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
I got it.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
no way. Oh, Jay? Sure
Look
thing.
at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even
love
feel
this view.
sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Thanks, Mr. Path. It's me, Jim, your favorite streamer on Twitch.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
No, it didn't. I'm not excited terribly. I'm excited
He
unterribly.
went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I want to escape. Prepared dinner right away.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room.
I don't
with
know how
monitors
much
and
I should be
mind
talking over this game.
controls.
This is something
Down
I
another
hadn't
was a
considered
yellow
when I
line
booted the video
weaved in
game up.
many directions.
Was talking over
And
the
down another
narrator.
was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable.
My wife.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Talk the whole time? Easily. Wait, hang on. First of all. Second of all. Third of all. Hang on. Damn it, there's no zoom in button. I was really hoping there was. What is simplified controls? Or rebinds controls so interaction don't require specific buttons? Nah, I don't fucking care about that. Hang on, I also want to turn the audio down just a touch.
Surely there's an answer
That's a little
down
better.
some new path, mustn't there be?
Turn down the FOV. Can I do that? I don't think I can, my guy. I think this is... Oh, field of view. Whoop. There we go. Oh, turn down the FOV because then it zooms in on the fucking... Yes!
If he played just one more time.
Yes! Please press L to tell your wife you love her. I love
But
you.
there is no answer.
Duh.
How could there possibly be?
No, my... No! What's the fucking point, dude?
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
What's the
Nothing
fucking
has
point, bro?
changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
So you go to sleep? I go to
And
sleep.
I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer.
Fuck
that
you.
as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Wrong.
But he won't listen to me. He won't stop.
Let me out.
Here, watch this.
I'm a fucking rabbit
Stanley,
animal.
The next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I won't do it, dude. I won't...
You see? Can he just not hear me? Can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I miss my wife.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
I wish I could
The same
jump.
as Stanley.
If I could jump, then it would be over for this fucking idiot.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Hate days.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
No,
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
I don't want to.
And I tried.
Ah, shucks, I died. I'm too good at following directions, dude. This fucking idiot, he didn't know anything. Did the narrator get quiet? I turned the narrator down a little bit.
All of his co-workers were
We're
gone.
gone.
What could,
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Fucking
had
screens
simply
off.
missed a memo.
Always turn the screens off. It's only courteous. I've said it before, and I'll say it a million more times. Input received, baby. Fuck yeah. Don't worry, dude. I'm on top of it. Username access. Oh, baby. All right, I'm gonna. Oh.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Fuck yeah, dude. New content. Here we go. Things are looking up for us. Oh, I thought we were gonna go that way. Ooh. It's Half-Life, dude.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013
True.
on home computers.
I remember that, yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Wow, that's cool.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
This is Alex Hirsch. Cool. That guy made a
Please
TV show.
Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You need
this
people should
sounds
be injected with
delightful.
more serums
I'm very
more
excited
often.
to see the thrilling
I
new
think.
Ultra Deluxe content.
If people were often filled with serums, I think the world would be a significantly better place.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special
Hey,
yet, but
patience.
I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Patience is a virtue. This elevator is not doing anything.
Welcome to Stanley's funny
Is it
parable.
broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or,
Thank you for the subscription.
There we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never
yeah.
been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, Liz. Yeah. Is this worth getting on the Switch? Fuck, I don't know. I mean, if you've never played it, then yes.
To say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
We're getting there, dude. I'm excited too. The jump circle? Hang on.
All right, let's see it. The jump circle?
Yes! 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 Fuck yeah, man! This is what I was asking for! I wanted this the whole time! Finally! I can't waste them all. No, I gotta have more later.
Is that it?
No, there's gotta be more.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I was literally just saying. I was just saying there should be another jump button. There should be a jump button, and it's there. They added it. They heard what I said.
Elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I don't know,
If this is
man.
new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
True.
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
This kicks ass, bro.
I knew there had to be something else.
I
Let's
love
see.
content.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay, hang on.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason
I'm on the chair.
other than
Chair
to make
ending.
an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
That's true.
What
I checked
quality
that.
assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Death threats from the narrator.
It's my fault, Stanley.
Yes.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
They could
it
never
was
have lived
your
up to
fault.
Such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Chair
And
ending.
we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Chair ending.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
The chair and no, I didn't get the option, dude. They didn't fucking let me choose. What the fuck? Uh-oh. It didn't work, narrator. We're not here. Huh. I got bad news, bucko. We're not in the right place. We ain't in Kansas no more. Ooh.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
Vent?
I want to show you something.
Hang on, dude. Okay. I'll follow you. Just this time. Ooh, coffee nut? Someone nut in this coffee? I'm gonna follow him this time because that's the courteous thing to do. There's a lot of courtesy going on in this stream. It's one of the things you got to know about me.
Unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be. Well,
Yes.
It got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Yo,
Take a look.
they got
call it
the cult.
The memory zone.
The cult
It's where
area?
I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Wow.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I remember
You see,
that.
Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
Yeah, man.
Back then, video games had integrity.
Right.
Back then, it all meant something.
2010.
Total waste.
Oh, man. Hang on, okay. Was this... Hang on, I have to cough. Is this the fucking... Was this the actual box art? Because I never bought it physically or saw it physically. But I feel like this is a gag. I don't know if they ever released a physical copy of the Stanley Parable. I wouldn't be surprised, and if that was actually like a real... If that was like a real, like, scan-in of the Stanley Parable physical edition, I think that'd be fucking sick. Good times. Oh, memory lane. Wow, look at that. Smile because it happened. The Stanley Parable alpha test? Yo, for real? Well, yo, where are the Game Grumps lines? I know you're hiding them in here somewhere, dude. The first daughter. You're hiding the fucking Game Grumps exclusive Let's Play lines around here somewhere. I earned this achievement, by the way. I'm pretty sure. I haven't played this game since like 2016, or the first one. British Academy Award nominee. Game Innovation. Debut game. Story. Cool, man. Oh, that's the one where he went crazy and died. I remember that ending. The Stanley... I don't know if it actually got into the Los Angeles Times. If it did, that's cool. The cult building, dude? Ooh.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Wow.
Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
Oh, God.
It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
I hope it wasn't
It's no
Persona
games
3.
at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I do like the I'm gonna be honest with you, narrator. I really, really liked the jump circle. Very, very happy about that, actually. The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. Dude, that look, it's a picture from the Source version. That's fun. It was better on Source. It was better on Source. The original remake? Hang on, wait. I want to see what's down here. Maintenance? No fucking way. This gotta open. That's gotta open at some point. They wouldn't include it if they didn't. If it didn't. Personal. That's me. The Stanley. I'm the Stanley. There's Stanley and someone else. The buttons. Wow. This is great.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices
Graphics.
I've ever been confronted with in a game.
Graphics.
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
I think that's what.
It didn't
yeah,
need anything
I think that's what they're
else.
saying.
It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Bike ending. Book ending. The serious room. Oh, I remember that. I know that. I know how to get to that ending. That's an important ending. Your number is 29. I don't remember that ending. I don't remember that ending. There was a special edition with tape or something? I don't know. Oh, it's a tie. You fucking idiot. Can I leave? Can I go?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Here we go.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
We could just play
Wait.
again.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Reviews.
What's this? What's down here?
There's Steam reviews.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Dude.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Let me in. Dude, I'm having fun.
Reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
They must have been, right?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
Well,
that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I wouldn't say profound. I would say interesting and deeply layered, but not profound, I don't think. Ooh. Oh, this is a good one. Why don't you be excited about the good one?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Why?
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I am having fun.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did.
Oh, yeah?
But maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it wasn't.
Oh, dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel...
Bucket record? Bucket
like
ending?
a failure. Like I let these people down.
Oh, I'm
Perhaps
sorry.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
House ending? Let me get into the house? Let me in? Hang on, fuck you. Let me in now? Fuck. I want to be able to clip into things. Can I walk into the lake? Can I go underwater? House ending.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button.
Damn.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
What the
I'd
fuck?
do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Oh.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Yo, that's exciting. Yo, more content.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll... Oh, you're back, you see.
What the fuck happened?
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue
Oh,
full
fuck.
of unnecessary verbal flourishes
Oh, man,
and
I missed
messy
it.
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Aw.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say
Oh, I
was
get it. I'm
perhaps
supposed to skip
less
this
of a
part, too.
rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Oh, yeah?
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly,
Let me
and you
clip onto
can
the
tell
plan.
me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Yes, that's correct,
That is
I
to
would say.
If by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being,
Okay.
then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see,
No.
it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time.
Dude,
by virtue of the fact that you
everything
both
is
are and
or
are
isn't
not
a
making
plant in the
Okay,
world.
first,
That's
I
what
was
he's saying.
leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one.
That's
I think it
treatise.
has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
Manifesto
It has
is a little bit
it is rich with
self-aggrandizing, I
ambition,
think.
Ambitious history, if you will.
Uh-huh.
Ah, See, now you've gotten me going back to Manifesto.
Nah, man.
Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation.
Okay.
And I do find myself in this situation frequently.
Okay.
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other.
Sure.
In which case, the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Gotcha.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
This has got to work.
All right, here we go. Treatise.
Okay.
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
I think that treatise has got to be the one to go with. Like it seems obvious, right? Manifesto has so much more purpose behind it. Treatise is a treatise is.
Manifesto. Treatise.
You're talking over me.
Treatise.
Oh, fuck it. I'm over it.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, a little
But
bit.
That's the power of the button.
The skip button,
the minute
dude.
I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
They better.
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review.
I'm over it.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Oh, yeah, there's no
That
door
last
left.
One was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's shocking, isn't it? But at any...
Manifest these nuts.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there.
Oh, it's not letting me.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And
I think I can press it now.
Room.
Yeah.
Stanley, Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Hey, what's up?
You're back.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
What happened?
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh, really?
Or 2 weeks.
I don't know.
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sit.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Hi.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Yeah.
I've had so much time.
Yeah, what's wrong?
I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh.
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
No, I haven't. I can't say I have.
To begin with, there is only regret.
Okay.
There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo
Money's
the
for you
past.
from me and my cat.
And when that
Thanks,
feeling
Larkshore,
began
and your
to
cat.
subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
That seems a bit
All of
dramatic.
them collapsed down into a single instant.
Mm-hmm.
In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart.
Hmm.
It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously.
Well, I have to imagine that a single human's life is
I could do
multitudes.
nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity.
It wasn't
For what
that long.
I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have
Click.
squabbled.
Well, he doesn't seem interested in talking to me now. Well, it's been over a year. I can say that to be certain. Perhaps a couple of years? 2 years? 3 years? Who's to say? Ooh. Oh, somebody's got to rechange those batteries. They got to click.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
Oh, hey.
It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review
Ham back.
all of their pitiful demands.
Ham,
but then,
I'm back.
he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us. Now,
Ham
shut
back.
up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart.
I'm gonna leave you alone to get over yourself. Okay. Calm down a little bit. It's calm down time. Well, he seems to have calmed down, Chad.
The end is never the end.
Oh.
Never the end is 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 never the end.
You alright? You alright, bud?
Is never the end.
Okay, well, let's... Alright. Well, he seems to be having a bit of a rough time. Oh, it's leaking. Hang on, shit's leaking. Hang on. What's leaking here? Are we underwater? Huh. Oh, it's well, hopefully it'll be fixed by the point that I get back. Oh. I told you, dude, that was gonna happen. Bro, I saw it leaking. I knew that was gonna happen if nobody fixed that leak, and look what fucking happens. Look what happens when, well, okay, you better call someone by the time, a tradie or something to get the shit taken care of, because that is gonna be real annoying when I get back. Alright? Ooh. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this is kind of a nice open area, sort of natural lighting. I'm kind of into that. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty, that feels good. I like the natural light. I like the natural light coming in. Pretty cool. All right, let's see how it looks. Ooh. Wow. This seems like some seeds got in. Well, that's good. Just, I kind of want to see these bigger. Oh. Well, that's just a shame. What is that noise? Hang on. You know, I was coming around on this place, but it seems like it's nighttime now, and also all of the plants have spontaneously turned to ash. So I'm gonna get having. Ooh. Huh. Interesting noises. Yeah, right. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit. Ooh. Huh. Oh. This is a very well-preserved room. Is this gonna come back up? Can I wait more, or... Nah, it seems... Okay, it seems like this is, Seems like that's just gonna be the way that it's gonna be. A lot more sand out here than I remember. There was an ocean here last time. If I'm not mistaken, the well, there was some Steam reviews. Oh. Oh. Are you back?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What's up, dude?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He's back. Hey. Well, at least he's back. Thank goodness. We gotta turn off the monitors.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
The crash landing Minecraft you're thinking of is it's called Forever Stranded. Really great Minecraft mod pack, by the way. Highly recommended. Oh! New content.
Good. You notice my sign.
Let's go.
I have something very exciting to show you.
That is, I'm stoked, bro. Let's kick it into high gear. Absolutely. All right, new content. Oh, immediately. Okay, immediately. That's good. I like that. I hope it doesn't. I do.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
No, that's
the original
fine.
Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Let's go! Fuck yes! The end is never the end again. 420.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory.
New coffee cups.
With a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience.
Let's
built from the
fucking...
ground up.
This kicks
Why,
ass.
There's so many possibilities. It could go in so
New
many
computers.
different directions.
They got Macs now.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Fuck yeah, dude. 2, 3, do. How do you say it? I don't know how to say it in Russian. 2, do, zet, 2, dos, 2. It's all. It seems mostly Western languages. I don't see a single ni in there. That's
Calling
fine.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Yes.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an
Web.
artistic statement right there.
The
It's
web.
future-oriented.
Web 3.0.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
True. A lot of emphasis on the color red in this one. That's kind of cool. The red is like the correct way to go. If I recall, in one of the endings, they're back 2 doors. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. In one of the endings, you're supposed to pick a red door instead of a blue door. So this feels like it's kind of planned. Logo ideas. The Stanley Parable 2. Oh, this is pretty good. Thanks for attending my meeting. Oh, these are fun. It's Stanley 2. The sequel to Stanley. That's where Stanley Parable 3 and Stanley Parable 4 is going to go. Very cool. Very cool. Things are
But
looking
be
good.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
That's all right.
But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Surely.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Yeah, I would consider that accurate. Yeah. New features. I can't, I'm beginning to see that I'm not actually allowed to see any of the new content or features. It kind of looks like all of the shit happened around me. It seems like it's, now this is a big exhibit.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. This is the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the... No way. No way.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first
That's
and
right.
most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
All right.
So
Check it.
with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
No
Isn't
way.
that wonderful.
Yeah, man. Check it out.
Sorry, I should.
That's
have
right.
clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
That's
but of
you-
course, in the final game,
you got
this
it.
button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Now I get your
Just
funny
play
jokes.
along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
here
Jim.
we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Hey guys.
I want you
Welcome to
imagine
Jim's stream.
yourself living. Whoa, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
I'm sorry.
If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
I'm sorry, bro.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
My bad, dude.
Okay, we're doing it again.
Okay.
And this time, let me finish first.
Okay.
Now, Allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim.
Oh, I'm
playing
driving on the
frisbee on the
freeway.
weekends
Hey,
as
Kia
Jim,
Souls. Nice
staying up
catch.
all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim.
Oh, Scream 3.
Developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim.
Heroin.
Rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim.
Xenu's
And
the only
finally,
way, bro.
Dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
I love you,
Feel
Nephi.
it in your soul. Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yes.
If so,
Yes.
then please step forward and press the button.
I'm Jim. Yes.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button
That was
described
me the
you.
whole
Do
time.
it again,
Yes.
do it again.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it hits
Yes.
even harder
Yes.
the second
Yes.
time.
Yes.
If this were the
Yes.
only new
Yes.
feature in the
Yes.
Stanley Parable
Yes.
show, it would
Yes.
still be worth the
Yes.
money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from
Hang on, I
all
gotta
of
come
this
back to you.
personal validation.
Had to shake all the Jim off. Ah, okay. We're good. Man. Can I press these ones? No. Apparently not. That was great. That was really good. I think I came in my pants a little bit. It's a little inappropriate to say, actually. I'm very
I
sorry.
suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
You could? Oh, no, that seems like a later thing. Epilogue. Please no screenshots? Alright, that's pretty good. Red is the new orange. I've been saying this, dude. Ray trace, more of the same, but in a good way. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sick, dude. The button that says the name of the player, jump circle, infinite hole. I did see, well, okay, let's see jump circle again, huh? Collectibles! Dude, no way! It's Stanley! Stanley, you look great, dude. They just show his face. Free achievement. Okay. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. It just worked. Okay, sure. I want an achievement.
Now, here's something special.
Okay.
You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yes.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
No way.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified.
Oh.
This is technology that will exist.
Oh.
Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature.
I do want
Gamers,
I do want
we
the
hear
achievement.
you, and I promise it will happen.
Gamers. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Fuck you. Fucking animal. Fucking piece of shit. Dickhead. Fucking cocksucker. Fuck. Damn it. Shit. I'm pissed, dude. I wanted that achievement.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I saw the jump circle is... Hang on. Wait. Oh, this is helpful. This will be helpful. Jump circle is at... And I'm at 5. This map. Great. Q free achievement. It didn't work, dude. You gotta fix that. Where did I think I came in from K. No. K is the infinite hole. Oh, that's exciting. Where did I come in from? The button that says the name of K. Okay, so I came in through here. I went to B. Semicolon is the epilogue. Let's go to the epilogue. Sure. I'll go to the infinite hole last because I feel... I mean, well, obviously. Merch! Dude, no way. Dude. Oh, that shirt is actually kind of sick. The 2-stripe shirt. I'd buy that shirt. I saw the new content. I'm not sold on the merch. It's charming, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Not quite yet. Okay, epilogue. Hit me with the epilogue. Where's that at? Jump circle. Wait, what's this? Please no screenshot. Sure. Stanley. Ooh. What's this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
What is
I
it?
think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Sure.
But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I think get well. Oh, hang on. Get well someday. Happy 12th birthday, Stepnies. I like this one. It's a little bit more worldly.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yeah!
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh, okay, well.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Well, that's disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I can't I want this fucking achievement, dude. Jump circle. It kept my jumps! Dude, I fucking knew it. I knew it would keep my jumps.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep 15. I want to keep 50. That's a good number, I think. Where's the epilogue? Hang on. There's new here. We're looking into this corner here. Epilogue. So it should be up and to the right. Yeah? Is it right next to the gym? Oh, here it is. Okay, epilogue. Check it out. Okay, epilogue. Show me the epilogue. This is kind of like the staircase at the end of Settings World Champion? No way. At the end of Beginner's Guide. Hello? You fucking animal? You fucking animal. Fuck you. Suck my dick. Suck my fucking dick, dude. Can't fucking believe you. I'll get to the infinite hole eventually. I will. There was a QR code apparently. Somebody pointed that out in chat. I didn't see it. Hang on. Let me go to the QR code. Oh, it's up here. Okay. Well, theoretically, if I'm gonna go ahead and guess right now. I'm gonna say this is just gonna take me to this merch store. Let me open it on my phone real quick. Tap the scan. I scan. Save. Okay, I scan. Okay, well, so I scanned it. It didn't take me nowhere. Tap to scan. You gonna help me out here? Come on now. All right, well, let me open that real quick. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Actually, you know what? I'll Control Shift V. That'll be more helpful. Okay, hold on. Let me real quick. QR code reader. QR code reader in browser, please. Oh, it just takes you to the StanleyParable2.com. Thank you. Okay, hang on. Let me open up Opera real quick. Boop. Check it out. 9 minutes, dude.
Say there, Timmy. What's that you're enjoying? Why, it's breakfast, of course. Everyone loves breakfast. But did you know that breakfast is getting a sequel? That's right. It's called Lunch. And critics are raving that Lunch will be everything breakfast was and more.
That's exciting.
With a little luck, we may even get a trilogy series out of it. Say, you know what a sequel is, don't you, Timmy?
Yes.
Why? Sequels are the world's way of clinging helplessly to the past. We all want more of the things we love, and we're all afraid of change, which is what makes sequels so popular. New ideas are dangerous, Timmy, and they can lead to early aging. This eager-minded young thinker is just 29 years old. That's why we have sequels, to keep us couched in the familiar and the comfortable. Sequels are the bedrock of a healthy, functional society. And if you look around you, you'll find them everywhere you go. For instance, this man is developing a sequel to the automobile, which we'll call the vertical automobile. It's a useless, impractical invention. And in 2 days' time, the man will be publicly stoned to death for his crimes against gravity.
That's for the best.
Not all sequels are heretical nonsense, however. Here's the man who invented breathing, which is the sequel to suffocating and dying a slow death. Even your parents are getting a sequel, Timmy. Their names are Rob and Jessica, and they'll be taking care of you once your original parents are sent back in time to fight a secret war for the government.
Cool.
Sequels can be very fashionable. This young woman is wearing 5 shirts at once, which is the sequel to wearing 4 shirts at once. Look at...
All right, I think that's enough. I think that's it's a fun bit. I'm gonna go ahead and nix it. I don't want to watch a 9-minute video. A sequel, huh? Watch or help. It's fine. I don't need that. If you're smart, if you're more of the prequel for the person, check out the Stanley Parable. Nah, I'm good. I think I already have that one. I think. Thank you though. All right. And we're back. Cool. Well, I'm glad I experienced that partially. Yo, they spilled their coffee. Cringe. I saw 4 videos from your YouTube recommended. Cool. I'll watch it on my own damn time. Okay, what haven't I experienced? Q free achievement. This map done. Jump circle done. The settings world champion. I'm not entirely sure if I missed something there. I tried opening the door, but I could. Setting. Wait. I just hang on. Jump circle is there. Don't need to worry about the jump circle. Real quick. Hang on. One-handed walking? Oh, that's interesting. Presentation, subtitle accessibility, player data, audio, video, controls. No, I don't think there's anything. You have to set every setting to every possible value to unlock it? What? Do you think the game audio's gone? The game audio's not gone. You can still hear me like fucking. Don't worry. That's fucked. Oh shit! I can left and right click to just hold forward. Kick ass, dude. Every slider. All right. Doop 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 doop. Woo woo woo. We're having fun. Whip, 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 whip. Whoop. Did it work? Oh, do I have to set each of them to every possible value? Oh, I understand. I get it. Okay, sure. I can do that, no problem. This is... I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. Somebody in chat did tell me how to do this. But you know what? Someone's got to do it. You don't have to do it individually like that. I don't care. We got it. Subtitle background opacity. I'll leave it there. What is the translation label? I don't know what that's actually for. I guess I can't just hold it down. I think it's actually faster if I do it myself. Here, wait, watch this. That's how I can do it with 10, by doing it personally, then. Well... No, this feels faster. I'm pretty sure this is faster. I think it gives you captions for text on textures. That actually sounds helpful. I'm gonna keep that up at 75, I think.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
True.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man.
Why don't you shut the fuck up, you dumb jerk? Now you're down in the 0 zone. You oh, he's coming back. Welcome back, narrator. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take you back up there naturally. Yeah, I'm a bit of a completionist myself. I would love to keep listening to that music. That was pretty good music, but unfortunately, that's not the setting. That's not the setting. That's not the setting that we're going for right now. Oh, feel that burn. There's no more... I guess I'll hit apply resolution. Yeah, there we go. It didn't work, you fucking liars. Hang on. What did I miss? Do I have to go through all the settings individually? I have to go through every possible screen resolution? My God. Oh. I hope I don't have to set them. Alright. Good. Great. We're good. I already did all the sliders. Dude, no Japanese. Cringe. Cringe. You don't have to apply them? Thank God. Yeah! There we go. That's what I like to fucking see, baby. Let me in now. Let me in now. Oh.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion Achievement.
Damn right. Hang on. Wait, I'm actually going to turn that off. That's quite annoying. Maybe on another playthrough, but right now it's kind of irritating. Put that down to 7. I feel like that's good. Show subtitles. Yeah, it's true. Show translation labels. Don't need them.
You've experienced every setting. Traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen.
They will never get the setting slider in every possible
setting. In the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting. Something called bumpscosity.
Ooh.
What exactly is bumpscosity?
I don't know.
I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider. And that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later.
Chanting.
I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
The fuck? There's no fucking collision on the trophy, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm pissed, dude. This game sucks. I've decided I'm refunding this game. Horse fucking bullshit. You kidding me? Trophy ending. I got the trophy ending. It was completely worth it. Oh wait. No, I came from there. Horse shit. I like want to use another jump. That's another jump I'm never getting back, dude. I'm never getting that jump back. Let's see. We got collectibles up here. Ooh. Can I collect that?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
No way.
And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Wow.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh! Let's go! Dude, that's exciting. Can you find them? Can you find them? I'll try.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Dude, if there aren't 5 other Stanley collectibles and then I get nothing for them, not even achievement, then I'm straight up gonna uninstall this game, never play it again. Have I been up here yet? I don't think I have. Exit. Oh, well, fuck. You know, it seems like the infinite hole would be the exit. Well, I guess it can't be an exit, right? Because then that would imply an ending. Oh, Matt's gonna torture me. Oh, 14's still good. That's 20 in base 7, so I feel good about that. No screenshots here. Okay, everybody don't screenshot. Oh, I've already been here. Never mind, sorry. You didn't see the epilogue? I did. Well, okay, so the epilogue, I did. That looks like Kokichi. That looks like a... No, that's woman. That's woman hair. Sorry, that's my bad. So, I was told the epilogue was through the door. I didn't see the epilogue. Is the epilogue... Oh, here.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
I guess.
Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Okay, there's a little bit of a small one. The reassurance bucket, that looks exciting. I should probably go to the reassurance bucket first. I feel like that's kind of, because, again, the infinite hole just seems, you know, infinite. No exit, because that would imply an ending. I've already been in there. That's the balloon button.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who
Where's the
played
bucket?
it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind. and
Thank
your
God.
heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps
This
even comforting.
is a bucket.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes,
Yeah, that'd be kind of annoying.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I get early access to bucket mode?
Can you feel it?
Yes.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
Scarlet
In
is...
fact, can I say that I do
Can I help
believe
you?
the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The
Aw,
benefits
man,
of the
thanks.
bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, wow. Can I keep this? I just get to keep this. And the handle jiggles when you walk, dude? This is awesome.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I can't say
There
that
really should be
this
an
would
award
win.
if it isn't already.
Scarlet fears being replaced by the bucket. That's entirely possible, yeah. Go on, Scarlet. Go on. Jackson is going to be he's a helpful young man. He's taking Scarlet out for a walk because she was whining and licking my leg. Everybody say, thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Jackson. This game has jiggle physics, true. It's whole time, dude. This is what everybody's... Oh, I can smell... Jackson made kielbasa earlier. I didn't have any because I had a shitty pizza instead. A shitty lean cuisine pizza. But I could smell it when he opened up my door. It smelled good.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Okay.
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's
No.
right. Infinite falling. You can
Wow.
fall until the end of time, if you like.
That's
a stunning
cool.
leap forward for video games as a medium.
Ooh.
See? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Yeah, this is
Now
cool.
then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way that this is infinite.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
No bummers.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
If you're gonna put the infinite hole in the game, I'm gonna utilize the technique of the hole. I'm gonna.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh yeah.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is.
Oh.
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh damn.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Embarrassing.
Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Don't forget the meeting.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
I was enjoying
I
that.
figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Just the two of us.
Look, the thing's got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
I'll make this
just be
concession
up
for
here
you.
when you're ready.
I'll make that concession for you, narrator.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Hang on. I want to try that again.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
Nope.
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal.
Yeah.
Would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Yeah.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yes.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
I'm gonna give this one a second. I want to appreciate the bottom of the hole with the cigarette butts, the mug, and 4 notes. Excuse me. Hang on. Without looking, it's don't forget the meeting at 2. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. Just the two of us lyrics. And shit, what was the last one? I've completely forgotten. Let's see. Roman numeral 2. Just the two of us lyrics. Meeting at 2. Meeting at 2. Wait. There's 2 meetings at 2.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you. And gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
Yeah, it seems like
the lax overall standards
100
for
feet deep,
accountability
maybe.
in marketing. What's going on here?
I don't know, man.
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh,
The
man.
shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I like it because I can. If I still sit down, then only the top of my head is visible. It's not working.
The teleport button not working?
It's not working, bro.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
Huh?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole.
No.
And now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
Oh, come on.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
No.
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
You jackass. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, at least I have the bucket. Did he just blast off on a spaceship? What the hell was that noise? Thank you. Scarlet has returned. Hello, Scarlet. Welcome back. Oh! Yes! 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 Oh! The sicko hole! Come up on the bed. Come on. There you go. Oh! This kicks ass. This is everything that I wanted. This is... Oh man, this has got to be top 10 holes in gaming. Oh, this one's fun. Oh, wow. Whoa. 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 I like this one a lot. I kind of want to go back to the...
Stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head.
How many songs are there? Yo, the creepypasta song? Somebody's got to have reversed this and put it on YouTube right by now, right? Hang on. I'm giving you a clean cut of the audio. I'll change self in a second. Okay, I'll change myself. Yo! Yo! Okay, I don't like this. Ooh! Yo, dinner bone. Big head mode has been activated. Look at this fucking nonce. Something tells me this was like, oh, they were gonna make him look like this at one point in the game.
Stanley?
Oh.
Stanley!
Hey, fuck off.
Stanley!
What? Yo, no!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed
No!
off there.
No!
Drifting away into dreamland.
Take me
Can't
back!
have that, Stanley.
Take me
Because
back!
This hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second.
No!
You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
This is the most angry I've ever been at the narrator.
Things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Genuinely.
And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Fucking asshole. Asshole. Legitimately, that is the most annoying thing that the narrator has ever done. And I'm not just saying that as a bit. That was fucking annoying. I got the whole ending. Oh, hey, we're back.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay, so I got the reassurance bucket. That's fine. I mean, we've already seen everything. Let's go back to the infinite hole. No, wait. The only thing we haven't seen is the exit. I'm going back to the hole, actually. No, fuck it. You can't trick me, idiot. Do whatever the fuck I want. You fucking asshole. Don't. You bitch. You piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Asshole. Asshole. Dick. Hi, Scarlet. I'm sorry for swearing. Fucking shithead. Narrator is over, party. The narrator's over it, dude. The narrator doesn't give a shit anymore. He stopped caring about how much I like the whole. When a player wants a new fucking feature and they appreciate it, then the game studio is always like, oh no, can't have this, can't have fun, no fun allowed. That would make the game too enjoyable. Fucking dickheads. Collectible. I already get the collectible. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. I think I've seen everything. Let me just double check. Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket, got it. Office decorations done. Epilogue done. Collectibles done. Infinite Hold. Yeah, I've experienced everything. Wait. I'm gonna double check real quick. I'm gonna absolutely make sure. Hang on. I want this achievement. I feel like this'll work eventually. I'm gonna give this like a full 2 minutes. Maybe not 2 minutes, but I'm gonna give this some time. In my experience, banging your head against the wall in the Stanley Parable is typically how you unlock things. So I'm gonna give this like 100 times. It does not? Son of a fucking bitch. Give it 4 hours like the art ending? That's exactly right. Horse shit. I thought that was fucking... I thought that was George Washington's silhouette up there for just like a second, a brief moment. Okay. Let's get out of here. At least I have the bucket. Are they just gonna let me keep this? I mean, I'll take it. I will keep
All right.
it. Oh.
Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah, I think so.
Ready to move on now?
Somebody left their bag. You should just be aware of that. No screen. Ooh. Boop. Dick.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Sure.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
New hole?
Okay.
Hi, Scarlet.
Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Woohoo! Yeah! Can I get down there?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Let me get down. Let me experience it.
This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Let me down there.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's...
Hang on. Can I need the developer's console? Ooh.
a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
This is in Unity now?
Fans will love it. No matter
Man.
how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
Unity
They
ruins
would
fucking
need
everything.
the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
I don't know.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, yeah?
Let me see if I can whip something up.
Uh-huh.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Bumpscosity is still there, thank God. No developer console yet. Unfortunately, this is still in the shitty gay Unity ending, dumb, stupid Unity ending. I mean, it looks good. I won't lie, this does look good.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
See if the intro is any different.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled for anything that's different.
It's soul-rending. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though
I didn't mean to do that.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Well, we got decorations
Stanley
now.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Always turn the screens off. It's courtesy. I don't need to tell you that. 420.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him,
Oh, man.
begging him to pick it up.
What?
Why was he not doing it?
Oh. Yes.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I got the bucket. Don't worry. The new content screen is gone, which is a damn shame.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. If you say so. I got new bucket dialogue, so that's kind of exciting.
Still no one was here.
Damn.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Thank Christ.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
I guess so, man.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
It does.
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Maybe it does.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say.
It might be
It's
right.
supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
I don't know, you're kind of putting that on me.
Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons. But even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
Okay, well that
That your
that's
relationship is purely superficial and
that's just
convenient?
unnecessary.
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner?
Maybe.
Well, I'd never. Go
I don't
on,
know.
Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
You're a
Expand
bitch.
on the wide variety of experiences
I hate
you and the
you.
bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
One time I
Share your
picked up the
journal
bucket.
entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your
One
feelings
time I
for
picked up the bucket
as
off
they
the
have
pedestal.
changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
And another time I picked up the bucket off the pedestal, and the bucket came with me into the infinite hole.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
No way.
Here we go.
Oh, oh,
There. Now it's settled.
yo.
No more debate. No more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet.
You
with all
fuck
your
you.
meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning
You
supplies
fucking-
and their
you
relationship
fucking
to broom
bitch.
closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah. Oh shit. Fucking jerks.
All right. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Sure did. Oh. So now I know it's a bucket. Well, thank God.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
True.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Oh, fuck, I missed
Was
bucket
the
dialogue.
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I broke the second sticker. Oh, I think I didn't wait for the proper dialogue. Oh, my bad. Oh!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
Yeah.
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I'm savoring it, dude. That felt good. That felt great. I feel very, very happy about that. Let's get out of here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I got the
elevator
bucket.
raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
I wonder if
The bucket
I
is here
think
for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
the Ultra Deluxe version of this game should come with it should come in a bucket. I think that only makes sense.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
True. True, dude, he was right. I did do that. Yeah. Bah.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
I don't know.
Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
We did, both of us. We thought that. We thought that, both of us. It does, the physical PC version does? Where do I buy it? Boom. Wait, a boom.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
What the fuck is that?
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Damn.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It's gonna be fine, bucko. Bucketo. Hit the fucking button.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
It's about the bucket now.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
I don't know.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the
Brick and mortar Steam store?
These
Horseshit.
questions raised
I mean, I live in
furiously
Seattle, so
Stanley's-
theoretically, there should be one nearby, right?
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life
No!
in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
I think
At
right-clicking
this
should
point,
allow you
he
to
could
hug the
trust
bucket.
No one except for the bucket.
Right-click should enable hug bucket mode.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
True. Nice one, bucket. TF2 weapon inspect animation for the bucket. Yeah. I should be able to press F and inspect the bucket. Bam! Wait. Bam! I did it. I've shut it down.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they
I want
stepped through
to
this
have
magic
sex.
door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together. with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Let me out.
What? Wait. What was happening?
Let me out.
Why had the door stopped?
Let me back into New
Was
Jersey.
Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Or Detroit. Let me back into
Unbearable
Detroit.
silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
Let me out.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face.
What?
This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What? What?
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
I need it more.
Didn't go any lengths not to part with the
You
bucket.
fucking jerk. Oh, shit.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
What,
Not
man?
while this building has anything to say about it.
I can't have pure happiness
Stanley
ending?
realized he would never again leave this very room.
What?
But at least,
Come on.
At least he has the bucket.
There's got to be some
To be
concession
trapped
for this.
eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me.
Some
right?
concession
I'll be
beside
okay,
the
won't
bucket.
I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
No way.
Bro, what a fucking scam. I've leaned back and Scarlet has licked my fingers. Hang on, I'm continuing to lean back. I'm gonna see if I can pop my back real quick. Hang on. What? What's the problem? What's the problem, Scarlet? What's the issue? There.
I've given her a mini kiss. I kissed her several times. Okay. Let's get the bucket. Maybe the bucket can help me fix
God,
do my
the
work.
viscosity in here is absolutely overwhelming. 1,000? You people have got to be nuts. How can you stand this much bumpscosity? Stanley lifted the bucket into his
Dude.
arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Glitch ending with the bucket. Hang on.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now,
Yeah.
and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
For real?
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans.
Cool.
And the bucket's own complicity therein.
Like
Of
Americans.
sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway.
Seems that
meted
you're
out
talking
in
about blood a
parcels
lot.
like charity, and abandoned
Or
as soon
war
as
a
the
lot,
warm
and
glow
sort of putting a lot of
inspiration
importance
begins to dim.
on war.
The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself.
Like what?
Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
That seems
What
like
are
kind
you
of
talking about?
trauma dumping.
You're
The bucket.
a bucket.
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the
Machinations.
sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form,
No way.
transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Did I attack the bucket? What the fuck happened?
God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
It's true, I did.
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power.
I fucking
I'm
knew it.
Speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go
Wait.
trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
For real? Wait. Can I still get? Can I not get the bucket
All
again?
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hear that?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, do you hear that? Why does it sound like it's raining out here? Oh. Well,
At first,
okay, hang on. What the fuck? I forgot about that. Okay.
someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
I
If
guess
he
it's
checked over
just
his
raining
shoulder now,
sometimes.
he would surely catch them. It was only a matter
I've never
of
noticed
time.
that before. I don't know if that's a new feature or what. This is the property of Stanley, so don't fucking forget that.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Man.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It's gotta be.
And here it was.
Wow.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Wow.
Was this better than the meeting room?
Yes.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to
Thanks,
be.
Bucket. Okay, hang on. I want to go. I want to see. What the fucking shit? What the hell? What the what? Hello? Hello? Was that supposed to happen? What the fuck is going on?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Hello?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck is happening? No, no, no. You cannot trick me. What the fuck is happening?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hang on. What? You change locate? Ooh. Yes! Yes, this is what I was hoping for. Ooh, yes! Dude. Dude, yes, 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 yes. Okay. A large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs. Some were both red and blue. Dude. Dude. Yes, dude. Yes, bro. Oh, okay. So, let's see. Warehouse access. Produce 1 plank to allow the use of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. What? Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. Construct new structurally sound bridge. So, okay, we need to go to the warehouse. Okay. We need to go to the warehouse. First and
How
foremost, we
long
need to go
was
to the
he
warehouse.
sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
So,
Minutes?
2 things.
Days?
I was
Centuries?
gonna say I want to see my
Something
favorite
crucial
ending with
happened
the
while my
bucket,
senses were turned? He made a note
but
to
now
be
we're
more careful
immediately
at
just
times
fucking
from now on.
beelining it for the
Stanley came
warehouse.
to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime.
It's a fine lounge.
work of art. But eager to get back to
Yep.
business,
We're going to the warehouse.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
All right. Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Can I take this? Oh! Yes! Yes!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
Yeah.
Another Stanley under your belt.
Fuck yeah, man. I don't think I can go. Oh, there's a vent. Just for this express purpose. Let's fucking go. Ooh. Oh, well now I'm
Stanley
here.
had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Schlaf so hard.
Let's. Office had begun.
Huh.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
Oh, Jesus.
What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me.
I don't know,
all
man.
the absurd adventures we go through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording. It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory.
No.
I bet each and every time you watch
I'm more
a movie
complex
where
than
it
that.
turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling.
Man, suck my dick.
It must be so simple to be you.
Fuck you.
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and
What an
delights.
assumption you've made.
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Suck my dick. And we're back. Oop. What's up?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need
My
you to
life.
pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Thanks, hon. I will do. You got it. No problem. My wife. Okay. I don't remember what the other... It was something to do with stairs. Oh, I know where to go. I know where to go for that.
When Stanley came to a set of
I know
open
exactly where the
doors,
stars
he
are.
entered the door
Stores.
on his left.
Sorry, stairs. Why did she call someone else's phone? I don't know. Maybe she was just calling the office. Okay, got one. I'm just gonna fucking... Stairs, red and blue, private but smelly place. So I know where the red and blue is. I know where the stairs are. Here's the... I think this is the stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better
I like Stanlerine.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Well, I got it, dude. I got the Stigley or Flamblerine or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Just couldn't do it.
Oh.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Content warning.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
That seems
no
like something that
reason at all.
happens.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Bro, the back rooms.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
I don't know.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
These
he
nuts.
just hadn't found the word.
Tip of these nuts.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
It must be, right?
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His
Okay, so
co-workers-
I've seen this one before. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've seen this one before. I'm sure that... What? Fuck. I'm sure plenty
all
of
his
you have seen this
co-workers were
before.
gone. What could it mean?
Well...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yo, the 7 is
Perhaps he had
dripping.
simply
The
missed
7
memo.
is dripping. Okay. Now I
When
need to go to the
Stanley
red and
came
blue
to a
room.
set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way
No,
to
I
the
know,
meeting room,
I know.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
We're going the right way, don't worry.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first
Yeah.
to get
Hush,
back
hush,
to
hush.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sure didn't. Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Yeah, I know. Okay. To get to the red and blue room, I believe
Look,
you have to go
Stanley,
here.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Check this out.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting.
I'm out of here.
What? Really?
Ha!
I was in the middle of something.
Jerk.
Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Fat chance.
You're getting close now, Stanley.
Yeah.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
It sure will.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them.
Yeah.
And now we have them all.
Damn
you
right.
can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
True. Unless I hit it back.
Now listen carefully.
Okay. I want to show you my favorite ending in the game, but my favorite ending of the game is kind of sad and depressing. So just be aware of that.
This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Be completely aware of that.
Thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't
I think
here.
this is the right way to go.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
This one's kind of heavy, so be aware. I don't know if it may give you a warning.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
So, okay, again, gonna give you a content warning here. This one's like depressing and sad, but it also happens to be my favorite ending specifically because of how depressing and sad it is.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley. No! Oh, thank God you lived. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
I think
can't
part
go
of the
back to
reason
what I was before.
is because
if you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
there's a setting you can turn off that puts warning on. I did put the warning on the screen. The content warning was there. Don't worry. I did put the content warnings up there. This one has suicidal themes, so be aware of that. Come back in maybe 5 minutes. It'll probably be over. Guaranteed it'll be over by then.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes, about right.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I have to reiterate. I like this one because it is depressing unlike any other ending is depressing. This is the only ending in the game, I think, that is free of whimsy and sort of like tongue-in-cheekedness. This one is just like, the tone is so different from every other ending, and for that reason, it is my favorite.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I really do. It has a very strong effect. And now, I want to see it with the bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct...
Someone in chat just said, I get what you mean. The I'm going back always gets me hard. It gets you hard, dude?
...way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind.
Sorry.
The bucket was wrong.
I'm sorry.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
No, sorry, Bucket. We're doing
Stanley
this.
did not
They're doing the
question
sad
why or
ending.
how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
See ya.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Don't forget, chat. This should be on everybody's front door. This should be on the inside of everybody's front door, so whenever they go outside, they see this. They're reminded of what they're walking out into. Don't forget this. Alright, check it out.
No, stop.
What?
Look there on the wall. You see? There's
What?
a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
What?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
What the-
Unless... What if the problem is that you actually
What?
don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior
Hey.
up to this point.
Fuck
Which,
you.
If that's true...
Let me
well,
in,
My
you
goodness,
dick.
I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire
Let me
rest
in.
of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
I hardly feel like
Please,
that's true.
Step in here for a moment.
Okay, if I have to. It's the one ending I wanted to see with the bucket. Oh, fuck you.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Alright, well.
Okay, let's begin.
I feel like I'll do pretty well with this. This one is a
Item
bucket.
1. Is this a bucket?
Yes, yes. That one's a bucket.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
You cock. Hit me with another one. Try again. If I could feel the
Item
bucket,
2.
like if I could
Is this a bucket?
physically interface with the bucket, then I'm sure I could. Yes. What the
Incorrect.
hell?
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual
Dude,
bucket.
je suis un bucket. Fuck you. Eat my ass. If I knew the origin and
Item
physical
3.
interface of the bucket,
Is this a bucket?
a 3D printing of a bucket, that's still a bucket. Yes, that's a bucket. Yeah!
This is a bucket.
I got it, dude. Ooh.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
I feel quite strongly that this is not a bucket.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is a tractor and not a bucket.
I
To be
learned that.
honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
I got it,
Thank
dude.
you for not making me
Oh,
look like an
ce
idiot.
n'est
Okay,
pas
next.
un bucket. I'm sorry. Je suis un bucket. It's not the right one. I don't know French, so. Oh my
Is
god.
this a bucket?
Oh
Incorrect.
fuck.
This is a bucket.
Wrong. No. No, wrong. Oh.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah, that one's a bucket.
Trick
Oh.
question. Both.
What?
Gotcha.
What? 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 The hell's going?
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let
I
me
have
see.
one.
It should be around here somewhere.
I have one. Do you want this one?
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here.
I got it.
Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket,
Everything's
that
a bucket.
makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley.
Well-
Are you trying to tell me that you believe
No.
everything is a bucket?
No. No, I don't think everything is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
No, you're not a bucket. Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to
Oh.
begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
I think that's okay.
I can't have that. I'm sorry.
What?
But I'm going to erase all buckets
No.
from the game entirely.
You better not.
Okay, here we go.
You piece of shit. I better at least still. If I can't at least have the 3D replication of a bucket.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Oh shit!
Why did everything disappear? Wait,
We were wrong. Everything was a
everything
bucket.
bucket?
Oh damn
Every
it!
single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God!
Fuck.
I had no idea.
Neither did I.
How could- Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
Fuck.
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Well, we
Oh,
can't.
this is
We
wonderful
cannot determine
news.
whether or not
We're
Stanley is here.
buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
That is troublesome.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything. We'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
We'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what
might
that
scare someone.
information might do to a person.
That's true.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Well, sure. I guess that's what I wanted. I'll take that. I'll take that ending.
Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great,
Monitors?
he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along.
Monitors?
I got what I wanted.
Where's the last one? The stinky place. We gotta go somewhere smelly. What's somewhere? Where's somewhere smelly? Somewhere smelly. Hang on. Let's. I wish I could pop that balloon. I wish that we could. I really wish that we could.
When
Pop
Stanley
that balloon.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
No, I already
and
said
left.
that. I was about to say. I really wish something. I completely forgot what it was. A private but smelly place for an important person. Maybe a private bathroom. Does anybody have a really important bathroom? 666 lol. Hang on. We got this one. We got that one. That's the turlet. We got this. We got this. We got all of them except for this one. Where's the bathroom? The only important, the only important bathroom I can think of would be someone is suggesting the boss. That's what I was thinking
Coming
too.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know, if the boss has a bathroom though. Oh hey. To be rich, is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to just pick, just want to pay one pen.
And there it is.
Yes!
The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
I got it.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it.
True.
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Uh-huh.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here.
We did it.
And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Well, now I just gotta find that. I gotta find the lever. I gotta find the lever for the thing for the place. Let's go downstairs. There's got to be something interesting downstairs, right? No, this is just the crazy ending. You know, wait, hang on. Always turn off monitors. It's
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
I guess so,
Didn't it
yeah.
fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Yeah, I would say
Yes,
so.
I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Wait, we're going...
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Again, dude? With the memory zone? When Stanley found the collect... I remember that. I remember when I found the collectibles. Yeah. A basket with a towel gently woven into it with handmade cloth. Oh, that's new. Hey, somebody stole the fucking collector's edition. What the hell happened? Well, wait. Ah, okay. I mean, I guess we go down. Oh, this is right. Okay, so this is Oh no, this is where we first saw the collectible thing.
Here's where it all began.
I remember.
The first collectible.
Yeah.
Back then we had no idea of how many of them we'd find.
I thought there
Sure,
would be
it said
6.
right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
Yo.
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
You shouldn't. I'm about to get 7 out of 6. I don't know if that's part of the. I don't know if that's part of the grand scheme of things. Hey, I don't think I was supposed to do that, homie. Well, he doesn't seem to care.
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley.
That's an 8.
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Yeah, it's a little bit remarkable. At least in a small way, it is remarkable.
Okay, let's do a little quiz.
Okay.
Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Oh, fuck me. I think it was the warehouse. I'm pretty sure. Am I right?
Hey, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It was here in the warehouse. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm
Yeah.
glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised.
Can't kill
After
yourself.
all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
I don't know if that's correct. I'm not entirely sure that's right. Oh, hello? Oh, okay. Now I progress forward. Okay, I understand. I was a little concerned there for a second. Now I can continue on. Gotcha.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room.
No, that's...
Oh, well, I
no.
can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Well, I do like this room. I really dig this color. It's a nice color. This is the Undertale room, where Undertale is?
This was the 5th mini-Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly.
True.
In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Oh my god. Dude, holy shit. Oh my fucking god. I remember, dude. I remember. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Dude,
I spent a lot of
fuck
time
yeah.
making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Cool. This is the illusion of choice room. Got it. It's fucking so sick. Apparently, so there's one for every video if you, depending on the order that you get them in. So this is bespoke. That's interesting. The toilet room.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the boss's bathroom.
I remember,
this
yeah.
memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
That's true, yeah.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
Yep.
It was a moment unlike any other.
True.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Hang on. I gotta get toilet ending. Toilet ending. Yeah. Toilet ending. Let's fucking go. Oh, that's it's a neat pattern. Nordic. Oh.
And then there was no more.
There we
because
go.
we've caught up to the present moment.
I remember.
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future.
That's true.
Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, oh.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. Okay, yeah, of course, dude. Anything. Yeah!
Okay, yes, the boss's bathroom.
Let's go.
I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Sure. Well, of course, dude. Yeah, for sure.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
I remember.
I love that video.
Oh, they go to the pink room. Cool, great.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one.
It's because we
Though.
were never in
Solid
here.
room.
I mean, like, yeah, I 100% agree. I love this room. It definitely was never here, though. It's not a room we ever went to.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation.
I'm not entirely certain that I agree with that, but, as long as... I'm glad you are happy about it. Can we go... We never went under the stairs. We never went to the one under the stairs. Am I not... We can't go this way? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I just wanted to go to whatever. And there's the first one. The final one.
Our second figure.
Our second one.
Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Oh, yeah, you're totally right.
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Okay, yeah, sure.
This is it. The very first one we found.
That's right.
In the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Yep.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh, the Stanley Parable 2 demonstration. Remember? Yeah, see? Well, there was more out here the last time we came here. There was, I'm pretty sure there was an entire exhibit.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were
not wasting it.
sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything.
Not wasting any more of my jumps.
I dare say I'm actually... Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
I love this one. Oh, illusion of choice yet again. And back to the beginning.
And before everything else, there was your office.
I remember that. Yeah.
Is there anything else?
No,
Was there something that came before your office?
Non-collision chair?
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Oh, was there something before?
Yes.
I'm remembering something now.
Oh.
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That's interesting. And here I am.
All his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
True.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Always
Perhaps he had simply missed
turn
the memo.
off computers. Maybe don't need the bucket. Okay, well, I don't know how this is. I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything in particular for this specific ending. I guess I'll keep going as normal.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
New feature is now accessible in the main menu. What? Wait, what? Liar. Liar to me. Telling me of lies exclusively. Liar to me. Liar. Lying liar of mine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley picked
Taking
up
this.
the bucket and
This is mine now.
smiled. He'd never be alone again.
Let's
Not
do
truly
wife
alone.
ending with
Not
bucket.
the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I think I want my
Stanley
I want my
had felt
bucket
the
to see my
bucket
wife.
calling to him, telling him
Wait.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to
The
be.
bucket last
And here
time
it
last time we
was,
were taking
that
the bucket this
turned
way.
out to be correct.
The bucket's like, I
Well,
need you to do something for me.
mind.
Is he gonna make me kill my wife? He better
Stanley
not.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Yeah, good.
Said the bucket.
He
Now ride the
better
lift
not make
all
me
the
kill
way
my
to the
wife.
top. There's
If I have
something
to
up
pick
there I
between
need
bucket
you
and
to
wife,
do.
I'm gonna have a real trouble.
Stanley did
I'm gonna
not
have a
question
real
why
fucking
or
problem.
how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had
wants it, you
spoken to
trust
him,
the bucket?
and
No,
he
fuck no.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
You cannot. No, it's my wife is important. Bucket's important.
here.
Don't get me wrong.
Go into this dark room over here.
Wait.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay. I mean, okay. Sure. I'll do it.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
My wife.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Sunset. Where's the bucket? That's kind of a bucket. It's no time. No time like the present. Hello? Oh. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press I to take me to work with you. Sure thing.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Okay. Press G to take me back home with you. Sure thing.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
I feel like that just means the bucket is working really well because it was always it was always intended to make me feel safe and happy. Why would you make something? Why wouldn't you expect something that's designed to make me feel safe and happy to not be near paramount to my existence?
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
True.
It doesn't do anything else.
You can put other things in it, not just a liquid. Don't listen to the loud man. Press P to just go back home. Okay.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Hang on. Wait. Yeah. Table ending.
It's sad.
It's getting dark.
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Of course. Bucket, you're my friend.
I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Perhaps. Press Q to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Are you sure?
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press C to go home and to work with. Wait, go home to work to home to work to home. All right.
Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket.
Put the bucket on the bed.
No. What's going on? Why do I want to play with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
Fuck
give
you!
It to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
Suck my dick.
I need it.
No!
Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Fuck you, it's my bucket! Go back to work, Stanley. Of course, anything.
All of his coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
This is usually a right
Perhaps
turn.
he missed a memo.
This is usually a right turn. Don't think I didn't fucking notice. When am I gonna put more shit in? When do I get more inputs? Let's go, bucket.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Fuck yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Where haven't
and
we gone?
entered the door on his left.
We haven't? Okay. We did the broom closet ending. We did, we did the kill yourself ending. We did the wife ending. Let's go to the warehouse
This was
little
not
plank
the direct
thing.
way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
I forget how to get to the
mind.
museum ending.
Bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Wrong. Oh yeah! There's an entire fucking area there.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
Oh,
go
what?
to the cargo lift.
There we go. I was worried it was gonna be blocked off. Sorry, Bucket. I got my own fucking agenda to go on. Have you unplugged the phone? No. What now, Bucket? What do you have to say now? Ooh.
Okay. This is day number 295. Tape number...
New voice actor?
I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Mm-hmm.
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
Is this Stanley?
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Is this Stanley?
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
Safety bucket.
Why
It's the reassurance
everything
bucket.
feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
Cherish it.
I can monetize it.
No.
Yes.
No way.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket.
How do you
But
figure?
I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back.
That's true.
Even
if you,
now, I don't know who might be trying to get me.
Oh,
What's that? Who's there?
bucket police. Oh my god. Oh, that's the name of the bucket. That's the Gambarata. That's the voice of the bucket. That's the person talking.
This person stole the bucket, and their soul was put into the bucket by Gambarata. That was the man who's in the bucket. Got it. I understand.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while
Figured
my
it out.
senses were turned?
Lore
He
is
made a note to be more
determined.
Careful with time from now on.
No problem.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked.
No, it didn't.
Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Mm-hmm. The bucket did not speak. We know for a fact that the bucket did not speak. This is the truth.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not
And we went to the
correct,
right.
but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
And we
telling him
went to the
that
left,
was
and the
secretly
right, and the right, and the
And there it
left.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket
Okay.
was wrong.
We've
Stanley
done
took the bar
everything
he's
out
left
here.
To go back to the meeting
Let's
room.
go in here.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Not on your life, pal.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place
Ooh.
eventually.
Oh, it's the baby and my wife. And the broom closet is here, dude.
You see, your
wow.
friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Gotta get on the chair?
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't
gotta get on
even
this
from
chair.
the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley.
And the
Classic
adventure line, that's
characters
true.
From the first game, like the adventure line and the broom closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Better not take it away.
Don't you want another story involving the adventure line?
I don't know, maybe.
We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
If I have to. Yo, did he just move a car? Who's driving that, dude?
Whee! Stanley, look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Whatever. Kinda lame, dude, not gonna lie. Not as cool as the bucket.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
Okay.
But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What? No. If you make me put away the bucket, your deal's lost. Your deal's over.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
There's no lever on this. I don't get an achievement.
What the Bucket Destroyer does?
No.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
These pistons look like dull crayons. And this is my interpretation of the Bucket Destroyer machine.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
That seems like it's speeding up a little bit.
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you'd see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about?
The
broom
bucket.
Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
That sounds like your problem, bud.
The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
Nope.
Hurry and...
Ah! That's what you get, you fucking clown. It's my bucket. And now nobody gets to be happy. Bucket Destroyer's dead.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Dickhead.
For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
No. I disagree. There's only one ending for the Bucket Destroyer? Fair enough. Fuck them. Don't care. Alright.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible?
Courtesy.
They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Courtesy. Courtesy. It's good to be courteous, chat. Always, always, always
strong bucket,
be courteous.
Bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinct. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Where haven't we gone? Let me think.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I love the sound.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No. Never mind.
Okay.
The bucket was wrong.
So,
Stanley took the door.
We've done everything over there.
To go back to the meeting room.
We've done this. This is the only. There's only one ending we could have gotten down there. We haven't gotten the crazy ending. Red door ending is different now, I think. Yeah, I'll come back later. Without bucket. Who's to say? All right. Well, here we are back here again.
Still, no one was here.
And no figurines.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
We haven't gone downstairs. We haven't
Coming
gone to
the
Crazy
staircase,
World.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Wrong again, dipshit. Aha!
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
Yes.
His boss would think he was crazy.
Wrong.
And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I'm not.
He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
What?
Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
No.
How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
No.
This is all terribly
You
wrong.
can't be so-
Surely no
No.
good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre
Where'd it go?
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
My bucket!
Indeed. Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And
Come on
he
now.
felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
Goodness
Where is it?
gracious.
I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Bucket?
Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
I'm coming.
The bucket!
Could it truly
I'm
be?
coming.
He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
No,
Come to me, Stanley!
I'm coming.
Find me!
I'm coming,
He
bucket.
had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly
Oh.
restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
It's me falling on the floor.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
For real?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his
Fucking
actions,
freak.
and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
Should have taken his bucket.
Perhaps he
Bucketless
didn't even
behavior, dude.
realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter.
True.
But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself.
Heck
My
yes.
life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
That's great. That's great. I really like that. Hang on, Scarlet is now licking my hand. This is important. Hang on, Scarlet is licking my hand. She's licking my hand. She's now licking my wrist. Now my arm, my forearm. The side of my forearm, the left side of my left forearm. Okay, she has put her paw on my oh, she's taken it off. She is now laid down. She was previously sitting on my bed. And now she is okay. She's gone to my fingers. Oh, and now she's just looking at me. She's looking at me. Would you like to lick my palm? Okay, I offered my palm and now she is licking my palm. Oh. Fingers of my palm. Now the space between my index finger and my thumb. She's licking that. Oh, she's actually okay. She went back to the. She actually is now licking underneath my palm, back at the back of my hand again. Is this fun for you, Scarlet? Are you done? She's not licking my. She's now just looking at me. No more licking, just looking. Good girl. Love you, Scarlet. We both have dogs named Scarlet? It would appear so. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Let's do one more ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Someone
the
said
memo.
unplug the phone. I don't know unplug the phone. I've never heard that one. Never heard unplug the phone. How do I... Ooh, there's no collision inside of this fucking... There's a one-sided texture. It's an ending in the original? Oh, okay. So, okay, got it. So, it's... I go... Got it.
The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Unplug the phone.
Stanley
Got
had
it.
felt the bucket
Is this the one that everybody wants me to do?
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place.
Is this the... I've heard about the phone
And here
unplug
it
and the
was.
escape
Had
pod
the
ending.
bucket turned
Is
out to
this
be
the one that
correct?
people want me to
No,
do?
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Where am I going? Where am I going? Warehouse. Bucket phone unplugged. Phone. Bucket phone
No.
unplugged. Got it.
Said the bucket.
Bucket phone
Don't go
unplugged.
to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way
Do
to
it without the
top.
bucket first?
There's
Well, I've done-
something up there I'm...
Is that one new? Is because I feel like I've done that. I feel like I don't know if I've done that one before.
need you to do.
Unplugging the door without the
Stanley
bucket,
did
or
not
unplugging the phone
question
without the
why or
bucket.
how
Is
this
that
bucket
was that in the first
speaking to
one?
him.
I feel like it
should have
was.
alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
We're going
He was
this way.
firmly
I'm just gonna
convinced that the
unplug
bucket
it.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Hasn't changed from the original. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. If it hasn't changed from the original, then I'll just unplug.
Go into this dark
I'll
room
unplug the
over
phone.
here.
Stanley once again
Got it.
obeyed blindly.
Check it out. Bitch.
Now pick up the phone.
Bitch.
Oh, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Got him.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was
are you
a
talking
joke.
about?
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up?
I don't know.
the
I
joke?
thought.
Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing.
Scarlet
is so
really wants
difficult.
attention.
I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes,
Yes, there is. I'm sure there is.
It's sitting right here.
Oh.
Let's take a look.
Sure. Okay. Let's check it out.
What is comedic timing?
Oh.
What is comedic timing? How does it work?
Oh.
How long should it last?
Some.
How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Huh.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
Yes.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
Cool.
Let's dive deeper.
Oh, okay.
If you've ever told a joke or made
Simpsons.
someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
Potentially.
With one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
I don't know if that's right.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name.
C-H-A-S-E.
Provide a brief
Chase.
synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time.
Why'd you
With
pick
these
across the
steps
road?
complete,
Chase.
it's time
C-H-A-S-E.
to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, I'm Denny with the funny now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Trans girl Trish, thank you for the $3.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
True.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long.
That's correct,
and
also.
should include the same question reprinted several times.
Sure.
Just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention.
I'm paying
And
attention.
not simply filling in answers at random.
Firmly.
And that's all there is.
Oh.
With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence.
What?
And to very likely die in a hailstorm
Why
of
does that one have a
bullets
real
and
leg?
mandibles.
On the right.
All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
True. I remember that from history.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it?
It's a little
no
bit.
matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then.
Yeah,
so with
I'd
that
say
in
so.
mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
Okay.
Come along, let's head back.
That's okay. Sure, we can do that. Oh, okay. All the way. Okay, I'll just walk back. That's fine. Should I? You want me to plug the phone back in, or? Okay, this is fine. We can just hang out and just take the.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll
Okay.
be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
That sounds
The
like something
king
I'd
of
say.
Comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now.
Oh, I just don't know.
Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink.
It's fine.
things.
Improv is an important cornerstone of comedy, I would say. Sometimes. Other times it's not. Sometimes it's good to write down your jokes, but sometimes it's good to not write down your jokes. I wouldn't know. I'm not a comedian. All right. Got it. Here we go. Check it out.
You ready?
Yeah,
When
ready.
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video?
Do I have
think
to?
This was all covered very clearly.
You told me
There's
to
no
go to the
way
left.
I can make the comedic timing work now.
You
It's
told me to go
done.
to the left.
The joke is completely down and
You
over.
told
It's
me
all
you told me
your
that I needed to go through the door on the
Stanley.
left. That's not
I'm
my
going
fault.
to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint.
It's hardly
Are you
my fault.
proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you
Yes.
proud?
Yes.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Psych.
No. You
Oh,
were supposed to go
damn
through
it.
the door on the right, leading back.
Oh, it just doesn't. Okay, hang on.
Here we go.
Let's see how.
You ready?
Hang on.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back.
Okay, that's okay.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of
How am
two
I supposed to know
open
the
doors,
joke's over? He
they
hasn't
entered
even
the
said
door
I'm
on
done with the
left.
funny yet, dude. It's hardly my fault. All right. What the fuck? Uh-oh.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
I don't know. It's
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point.
That helps you get
a
back to
dramatic
the-
display of remarkable comedic wit.
I don't know.
which
I didn't write the
culminates in
fucking
this
game.
Scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land.
Well, tell the joke.
Not the way it was meant to.
You can try.
And it's all my fault. I must
is
have
all your
forgotten
fault.
that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room.
That's true. It
What an
does.
egregious mistake.
That's
I've
embarrassing.
made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
No,
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling. Well,
don't beat yourself
I
up.
think I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
Oh,
surely that will help me improve my...
I guess. Oh,
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so mental, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes.
yeah, you tried.
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's
Probably.
what
Yeah, I
will
think
make
so.
me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Do you have any more? Can you post them in chat? Post the instructional videos in chat, please. Well, hey, that's like the ending. I mean, that's the credits ending. All right, somebody wants me to close and open the game a bunch. How much is a bunch? Is there like a set number of times that I need to open and close the game, or is it just like a 1 in 50 chance that it'll happen? You'll know? I guess I'll know. Please enter the... I already put the time in. Oh my god. Do I have... Again, dude? Well, it's currently... It's just about to be 10 p.m., actually. Oh, yeah, what? Yes? Yeah, of course. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, no problem. Okay, what's up? Oh. Oh, well, thanks, man. Okay, well, you know, I'll just set it to my favorite time. That's fine, no problem. Easy. Hey, Scarlet. Hang on. I think you know my favorite time. Oh shit. It's inaccurate. I'm glad, man. It's good to collect data. Short, okay. Oh, easy. No problem, bud. I got it. I'll do right away. Oh my god, Scarlet, you were just let out like an hour ago. Why do you have to go to the bathroom again? Why are you so full of shit and piss? You crazy animal. What's up with you? Oh. I'm gonna keep it like that. I like that. I like seeing things. Oh. Well, maybe that's a little bit too much. I think that's friends. This is kind of like, this is more like relationship. This is like friends. I think that's a good distance for friends. Oh, okay. Oh. Does that count? I think that counts. Scrumtush, Occuboy. Scrumtush, I feel like I would like the physical, like, naturalistic elements of it less, but Occuboinkle, I feel like I wouldn't appreciate like the bureaucratic system, the government. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Scrumtush. Okay, sure, no problem. Yeah, I know what time it is right now. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. What time is it anyway? No. Is there anything about yourself you haven't told me? Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure I have a lot of things that I haven't told you about myself. I'm not gonna help you. I'll come back to it. Yes, of course, sure. Okay. Let's, I'm gonna come back and visit them again. Hang on. Let's meet our friend yet again. Are you there? What time is it? Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game's settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? I'm just what I do. Like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data that you can give me. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Okay. Ooh. I feel like we gotta do this. I'll let you out soon, Scarlet, but I gotta do the epilogue. Many, many years later. Oh. Hey, welcome back. I got the welcome back achievement. Lay down, Scarlet. Damn. I certainly have been wandering in this desert for quite a long time. I'm gonna go this way. Oh. I'd like to clip on top of the... Oh. I want to be on top of the chair. Oh, fuck. I was close. Chairs. Oh Christ, the fucking chairs. They really did it. Those fucking animals. No more chairs. No more happiness. No more kindness. No more satisfaction. No more jubilation. You walk towards the sun. The memory zone. This shit's still working? I guess it's a creative generator. Can't go into the collectible zone. creative generate. It's a modded Minecraft term. If you play modded Minecraft, you know. Damn. My memories are fucked. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole, who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be a quite comforting welcome. Thanks, Cookie9. Review the Stanley Parable 2. Sorry I haven't been blogging too much. Review Snraf 3. Protected Post, Cookie's Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Go Guy on Review the Stanley Parable. Piss Order. Okay, this is recent comment. Piss Order 0999. Boblin. Go Guy. Dating all the way back from fucking 2013. We got pretty close. Yeah, right. Little fucking jokester. This part really feels very beginner's guide to me. Say Jim.
Jim.
Let's go.
Jim.
I could live here forever. I could say it's just those two that activate. Go green. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series, that players would be excited about it, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. I don't want to sign up for updates, I'm going to be completely honest. 8. Is there 8? Did I miss the 8 button? 8.
Jim.
Fuck yeah, man.
Jim.
Gotta press. Yeah, you gotta let it be known who's here. It's me, baby, Jim.
Jim. Stanley.
Who are those fucking guys? I don't know who those guys are. Got sand in my lungs. Bro. Yes. Yes. Ugh. Hang on. Oh. There was a sign that said, "Thank you for enjoying the new content." Hello again. I found you! It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making the Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we need to do is change the number on the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try and combining these random words together to make a new title for our game. Sure. The wacky, unforgivable... Oh, wait. The spiders. The Stanley Parable 3, The Spiders. It's absurd, I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. Nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work, no need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well, excuse me. Let's do it. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like I'll give you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Well, you see, it's 10:13. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Yo, let's fucking go. Cool. Cool. Let's just yo, let's fucking go, yo. Okay, let's see if he made good on his promise. Hang on. Let's see. It's 2013 and a 24-hour clock. What a beautiful little piece of serendipity that is. That's actually kind of really beautiful in a way. What fucking good eye. Really, really good like recognition of that. Baby laser. The Stanley Parable 4. Baby laser. Wouldn't it be 2213? Oh fuck. Fuck you then. You're cringe. Never mind. I hate you. It was a pretty thought though. Anyway. Well, he kept his promise to me. I have no reason to believe it won't be different the next time I come on. Well, that's pretty cool. Everybody, thanks so much for coming to my dang stream. You need to get the test achievement? That's right, I do need to get the test achievement. I'll get it later. It doesn't... I mean, what... I don't think it would... I don't think it would really affect you if I got it on or off stream. Everybody, thanks so much for coming to my stream. The Stanley Parable, I mean, it's a special game. You all know it's a special game. I don't need to tell you it's a special game, because it is. And I'm sure you already know this. All the same, it's always a pleasure being able to revisit it. I'm gonna do probably what everybody else does, at times like this, which is go back and watch reaction videos. Because I mean, I am gonna do that, obviously. Because I mean that's what you do. You play the Stanley Parable and then you see what other people think. It's just me, at least. But for now, I'm going to send you on over to someone else. I'm going to send you over to Mar Katoto, who's currently playing a game that also has Deluxe in its name. I checked for art, by the way, there was none. Yeah, he's currently playing Kirby Triple Deluxe. The raid phrase is going to be, always turn off computers out of courtesy. That's the raid phrase. I'll see you guys again, probably on Thursday. If not Thursday, then on Sunday. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. That's for sure. That's for true. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
Eight. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8.